Hey everybody, this is Cash. I'm the founder at Zibtek. We've been talking a lot about on-demand workforce and being able to select your own employee and get the most value out of using our infrastructure. But a lot of people have been asking, so what happens after we hire that employee? And I wanted to talk about that for just a minute. So there are some supports and helps that we provide and that will assist you as you make that hire. So after you've made a selection, you have the offer, the employee is started, we have a couple areas that we can help you with. One, I want to talk about what happens in Bangalore, India, in our office there. And then two, how we can help and support you here in this Draper, Utah office. So first of all, in Bangalore, we have a full HR staff. We'll be able to help you with any of the traditional things like, is the employee there? Is the employee engaged? They do have key card access. They can run reports on when they log in and when they log out and when they take breaks, all that kind of stuff. But they also, the HR staff can help you if you run into any performance plans or standards that you'd like met. You can chat with HR and either get their input and say, well, how engaged is the employee and what's going on? And then you talk to them and maybe give a warning or do a performance plan. Or you can sit down with our HR person and say, here's what I'm seeing. Will you go speak with the employee, get their side, and then also administer the performance plan and tell them what's required and the steps that need to be taken. And then do that with all of the sort of legal things that happen in India and make sure we're meeting all the requirements there. And a lot of people really prefer that. So the value we've seen is that as a direct manager, you might see that, hey, I need to be able to see A, B, and C out of an employee. But when an HR helps and they kind of portray that to the individual and the employee, they can also get what they're struggling with and probably in a more open and honest setting than they can get from their direct manager, especially from the US, where they may not feel that they could be as open or direct. So HR can kind of help get both sides of the story and help bring people together and come up with a plan that will work for both people. And sometimes it's very simple things like, my mom's been sick and it would be great if I could have a little bit of flexibility here or there. Like we had one lady who's like, I need to be able to get my kids off to school. Would it be okay if I come in at 10 and work till 7? Or do you know what I mean? So some of the things that you're seeing, you're not actually knowing what's going on in their lives or what's going on locally or remotely. So we can help all that with our HR team, right? So that's a great benefit that we can have. And then here in the Draper office, we've got 20 years experience now, and we have a lot of little tips and tricks. So during that onboarding process and continued account management, if you want any things like, hey, what would you guys do in this scenario? What would you do? Or we have a lot of things that we build around a team. If you can find a team of 10, would you all speak really, really good English? Or would you just have a project manager that speaks great English and stays up late and does the handoffs and everything like that? And then they handle speaking in a local language to everybody. What works better? So those types of things that we can help you brainstorm with become really, really valuable. And then you can try different things and see what works for you and your specific organization and see what works for you. But there's a lot of support even afterwards to make sure that you're successful. And so I want to just pass along some of those tips and tricks. Anyway, if you have any questions or if we can help in any way, please reach out at hello@zibtek.com. Thanks.